You, yes, you. I'm talking with you directly today because I wanted to let you know that if you understand this today, you can help yourself become a better version of yourself in next 24 hours. Understanding hormone alone can change how you think, how you react, and how you take actions. Thinking, reacting, and taking actions. These are three core pillars for being a successful human. Oh, I forgot to mention the information part. Knowing is very essential, but I purposefully missed that part. Can you guess why? Yes, you guessed it right. That's correct. We are smart humans. We have a lot of knowledge and information. We can get knowledge and information from everywhere. And these days, even from social media, we can get a lot of information. And if you compare social media with school, you get more information and knowledge from social media compared with any of the school. Therefore, knowledge, data, and information, that's not the problem. The problem is not taking actions and not finishing the tasks. More than 95% of us, we don't do that. And the rest 5%, they are the ones who become successful. Actually, learning and knowing is a part of human evolution. We have always done that. But in this age, information is too much. We have too much data. And because of too much information, there are misinformation too. And we are confused because we have a lot of data on the both side to do things and not to do things. And at the same time, we can't decide because we have so many information. We want to be sure that before we start, everything is correct. And that's where we are trapped in the loop of planning and only analysis paralysis, but not taking actions. Therefore, this is the real problem we are having. And if you understand only this thing, you are already 50% here. And maybe you don't have to watch rest of the video because you already know 50%. And that's exactly where things get interesting. Because more than 90% of us will do exact this thing. They will take a small piece of information and think they know everything. They will miss the rest 50% of the information. And those remaining 10%, they will have those information. They will go through the information, they will learn it, and not only learn, they will apply it. And they are the person who become successful. Therefore, knowing is one part, learning is another part, and taking actions and also completing a task. Knowing the whole things, and sometimes it's not one dimension. You connect the dots between different dimensions, and those are the top 1% who connect the dots between different dimensions of knowledge. And if you want to be in that top 1%, you need to understand this today. So let's jump back to our main topic. And today we're going to talk about hormones. So we have multiple hormones in our body and they have their specific functions. And those hormones come when there is a specific signal. They come, they will do their job, they will reach their peak, they will finish the task, and they will decay. All those things happen because those informations, they are stored in our DNA, and from our DNA they go to our RNA, and from RNA they become protein. And those protein, if you don't know, most of you know, but if you don't know, those proteins are hormones. Hormones are proteins, and they act, they do their job, and they decay. That's the nature of the protein. And if you understand how the protein functions, you will understand the most of the part, how it happens, why it happens, and how you can control it. So the major part of today's video is how those protein functions. So I have outlined 5 different layers: how the hormone is secreted, does the job, and decays. So let's look into 5 different layers, how it functions. So number 1 is the environmental reaction. It's the cue. You get some kind of cue so that the hormone has to be released. And that cue goes to our brain in the form of information, and that information is passed into our DNA. Now in the second layer, the DNA makes the mRNA. That's the messenger RNA. That's the message that is coming from the brain to your DNA, and from your DNA to your RNA. And in the third layer, we have those mRNA. They are being translated into proteins. Those are the hormones. Those are the cellular process that actually makes the hormones. And in the fourth layer, we have our reactions. So the action happened before, now our reaction. If something happens, we give some kind of reaction, and that's not our reaction. That's the reaction of our hormones. We behave because of our hormones. And this is what we exactly need to know. We don't let hormones control us. We control our hormones. And this is the main theme of this video. And in the last or fifth layer, we have the decay. Those hormones, they reach the peak, they will do their job, and they will decay. There is no longer use of those hormones, so they will decay. So in this video, we are not going in detail how the protein or the hormones are going to decay. So what behavior and action we show to any of the actions that happened. These are the things that happen in milliseconds, splits of second, and we don't even notice it. We only see the reaction. We don't know any other things going inside. So I'm going to share two different examples with you today. So in the first example, let's talk about encounter with tiger. So you went to your jungle, and in front of you, within 10 or 20 feet, you see a tiger. So what happens? So you are scared, right? Your body produces a massive amount of hormone. So those are cortisol. So what cortisol does, it's a fight or flight response. If it was cat or some other animal, you will try to fight it. But it's a big animal, it's a tiger. You know you can't fight it. So what you will do? You have to flight. You have to get away from there as soon as possible. Run from there. That energy, that focus is provided by cortisol, your stress hormone. And there are some other hormones, but one of the main hormone is cortisol. So you run from there. And after you run, there is no danger. When there is no danger, those hormones are not produced, and they will reach the best level. They will peak, go back to the best level, normal level, and then you don't notice anything. Then you calm down. Everything goes. So what will happen? Your heartbeat goes very high. This is also one of the reaction that you see. So this is the layer 4 that we just talked about. And in the second example, let's talk about your workplace. So you are at work, and one of your coworker, he gives you a constructive feedback. You don't like it, and you think it's very bad. So now what do you want to do? You also go in a stress, and then you produce a lot of cortisol. And what it will do? Same reaction, fight or flight reaction. Either you try to defend it, or you just get away from there. So this is one of the reaction. So the action is the feedback. So that's the cue, that's the trigger. And from that trigger, the information goes to the brain. From brain, it goes to a DNA. From DNA to RNA, RNA to protein. Makes that cortisol hormone, and it peaks. When it peaks, your heart rate goes high. And now you want to fight or you want to flight. And you show that reaction. And then maybe you say them something bad or something that you regret later. But if you understand this hormonal process, what will happen? You will understand, okay, I need to be calm. I need to behave in a good way. I need to reply in a good way. And then you become calm. You become a better person. You become a better human. And maybe this one trait can make you a leader and make you successful one day. And that is why we need to learn about hormones. So this is the first video in the hormonal series, and we are going to cover all the hormones, not only the stress hormone. We'll talk about dopamine, serotonin, and all other kind of hormones like growth hormones, sex hormones, all those hormones, and we'll decode how we can use those hormones for our success, happiness, and making our life a good life. So this video is just a general overview of the hormone, what it is and how important it is. So in the coming videos, we'll be talking more in detail. So I'll cover 1 or 2 more videos on the overview of the hormones. Then I'll go into specific hormones. Before this also, I have shared 1 or 2 videos on dopamine and also on cortisol. So I'm going to make individual videos on each hormones. And there will be around 10 to 14 videos in this series. If you have any query or if you want to give me any feedback, please contact me directly or let me know in the comments. I'm here to grow together and share the knowledge I have and also learn from you. So if you want to share anything or if you want me to make any specific video, please let me know. We can do it, and let's connect and let's move forward together. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in next video next week. Thank you.